Hi there, my beautiful Libras. This is our last reading of the night. We are using the Everyday Witch Tarot. As you can see, I have been using it for a long time, since I think 2020. But I found something in my little box of tricks, and I thought you'd enjoy seeing that. This used to sit on my desk when I would do readings full time, day in and day out, every day for 8 hours straight. Private readings, that is. So I just thought I'd show that to you because I just thought it was so cute. All right. This is going to be a Libra collective reading. I don't know what's going to come out. I don't know what's going to come out. I'm running out of room here. My life story, right? Don't know what's going to come out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing, liking, subscribing, and hitting the like button. And please do subscribe if you share. That makes me happy. But if you like it that much that you share, then please go a step further and hit the subscribe. And please do remember to watch all the way through. I'm trying to get to 4,000 and I'm only to 500, or actually less than 500 hours. And YouTube expects for you to have 4,000 hours at least. So you guys can help me to get there faster. If you actually do enjoy, I appreciate you doing that for me. The other thing is, on the long videos, I will start posting. Not tonight. I'm a little tired. But from here on out, I will post in the description where you can look to see what my Cash App is. If you'd like to contribute to the channel, if you'd like to donate to me, that would be really nice. I don't get paid for any of this because, again, you have to have 4,000 hours for them to even consider starting to monetize you. So I love what I do, and I hope you like it too. And I will start posting in the description my Cash App so that you can know where to find me. And for those that like my readings, if you'd like a private reading, I'll also put the email in there, how you can get in touch with me for a private reading, okay? So again, this is for our Libra collective. What do you have to say to us, please? And thank you. And I just adore this box. I adore it. With her little familiar, with her little cat. You know, they're work buddies. They go hand in hand. Anybody that's a practitioner out there knows that your little buddies, they help a lot. They lend their own energies to whatever you're doing, if they're actually familiars and guardians and not just fur babies. Okay, let's take a look. What are you trying to tell us, Spirit? Please and thank you. These are the only cards that I can do this kind of shuffle with because they're as tiny as my hands. I love it. We're almost there. We're almost there. I'm doing a 10 card spread. Celtic cross. But mine is a little bit different, but it's just the way I lay them out. Anything else, Spirit? Because I'm a little short here. I was like, where'd it go? And the way I do my readings when I'm shuffling is there has to be a sensation that comes over me. If a sensation doesn't come over me, I'm not ready. It's not ready. They're not ready. And those were too many to take all at once. going all over the place. What do you want to tell me, please? We're waiting because this is not quite a Celtic cross. Maybe they're tired. This is my third or fourth reading tonight that I'm filming for you guys. Different, of course, but nonetheless. Your guides get tired too. Their cards, your tools get tired too. Look to the side and I just realized something, so I'll show it to y'all. Come on, guys. We can all go to sleep after after our work is done. Okay? You can go to your little resting places. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to leave those the way that they are. That doesn't mean I'm going to read them that way. I just don't feel like moving them right off. So the first card that we got, oh wow. Yep, it's a love reading. Shit fire. Okay, it's a love reading. Decision has to be made. That is the theme card. That is what everything else is going to revolve around. We got the lovers. Even the kitties are, look at their tails. You see their tails? They form a heart. They're so cute. Okay. Shit fire. You know, I just did a reading a moment ago, and the Witch's Wisdom Tarot talked about hand fasting. And here we go. That's what that reminds me of, because in the hand fasting card, the two are deciding to get bound to one another, and so they're tied together by ribbons. So again, look at the hands, the way that they're being held. And then in the Witch's Wisdom, there's two hands and they're bound with ribbons, because that's the way they got married in the old days. That or jumping a broom. They didn't bother with having somebody in front of them that they had to go get a license for and all that. It was a spiritual contract. It wasn't a paper contract in those times. Okay. Then you get the Star card. So whatever needs to be decided upon in reference to the relationship, because that's what it's looking like, the Star is here. The Star normally comes out when there's a lot of beautiful luck and good fortune being bestowed. So look at the beautiful energy as above, so below. Now, isn't that what we say about God? God, bring down what's in heaven to us below when we have our needs and necessities that we're praying about. You know, the power, the beauty, the changes that we need in life, right? When this instance, as above, so below. So whatever is manifested in heaven, we're bringing it down to earth. And this could also signify that this relationship may be from above brought below, right? That's as easy peasy lemon squeezy as we can get on that one, definition wise. Explanation. It's probably going to go a little faster than the other ones, guys, because I'm a little tuckered in. But it's asking for the two that are making this decision or having to trying to decide. I looked at it because it looks like a 2 all of a sudden, and I've never seen that before. The way I'm holding the card over the little squiggly of the energy she's sending out, it looks like a 2. And that's weird, because the other reading talked about embolic, and embolic is in February. So that's weird. It's, for me, it's synchronicities is what I'm seeing. So both have to be very strong and courageous. And the first reading I did tonight was talking about, will the King of Cups have the courage to see things through. Because sometimes one side of the relationship, one person, either male or female, either isn't ready or don't know if they're ready or don't have enough courage to proceed and what is it, like seal the deal. Seal the deal. Oh, pardon me. I haven't eaten dinner, so your juices flow and then you end up belching. My apologies. So you have to have enough courage to seal the deal. Okay? But what's being talked about and what's being wanted to be honored is the Two of Cups. Okay? So we see two figures here and we see two figures here. Right? It's like, let's go into the vast unknown together. And if that happens, then this beautiful relationship can get off of the ground. Seal the deal. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's seal the deal. Let's do it. Let's do it. So cute. I love the kitties. Kitties are doing their own party down there. I'm like, yeah, let's get something too. So they get, because there's cups depicted, they get a broom and they get a fish. And so there is some magic being worked down there, but it's probably natural magic. I don't think somebody is going about doing magic necessarily. Sometimes earth magic is just natural that way. Why do you think I like to go into the woods? Why do you think I like to be in nature so much? I'm always filming nature because for those that don't know anything about cleansings, you've never done anything like that. The first thing as a curandera that I used to do as a healer is get herbs. What are herbs? They're plants, my loves. They're plants. And you're beating the crap out of people with these plants because it's a part of expelling the negative, the darkness. And so when I'm in nature, I'm not only looking at it because it's beautiful, but I'm also doing it as a cleansing, a natural cleansing. So now do you understand how there's natural magic around us? Okay. So the broom on the bottom as well is signifying the marriage. If you stop and think about it, the jumping over the broom, that's what we do in tradition in old cultures. So it's underneath both of them. So they've jumped the broom, they're married. It's a couple. They're a couple. But now the King of Wands, he looks very studious. He looks like he's got plans that he needs to initiate. He needs to get that going. And if he's looking at geography, because that's what it looks like to me, maybe he's planning, where will we live? Where are we going to live? Should we live here, where he's pointed? And it looks like he's talking to the cat, and it looks like the cat is, you know, astutely listening, right? Where are we going to live? Shall we live here? Let's see. Let's see what else the King of Wands is telling us. Oh, he's saying, but this match made in heaven, is it going to work? Are there things that will prevent this from happening, from growing? Well, if you look at the balloons, pardon me, I want to shut my mouth. When you look at the balloons, that's kind of unusual, actually, because the cups represent water. Water represents emotion. But you got all this air, so somebody is thinking and thinking. So this king might be talking to himself. He might be talking to the wall. He might be talking to God. He might be, you know, talking to spirit and saying, where would we live? I don't know. Is this a doomed relationship? Is there anything to recoup? He's not looking at the table. Do you see the table? There are two cups. And then the balloons for me are uplifting because they're air energy. So that's an upliftment of thought. Instead of thinking negative oh, everything's spilled, everything's ruined. No, it's not. That table looks nice and inviting to me. So if I'm just looking at the table, it's even got balloons. Party favors, it's even got balloons waiting for me. And there's a picnic basket. Girl, let me tell you what. I love me some picnics. So why are you going to be looking at the crying over spilled milk when you could be looking at that and building from there? So instead of mourning the relationship, look at what is behind you that still has potential. Oh, this King of Wands is going to kill me, Smalls. 10 of Wands. But it's too hard. It's an uphill battle. Oh, it's getting too heavy. We'll go and goddamn lift some more weights. Go lift some more damn weights if it's too heavy. You can do it. What is that? What's that song? You can do it. Put your ass into it, or I don't know. I don't even know how the song goes. It's like Save the Last Dance. Is that the movie? Save the Last Dance. You can do it. Put your ass into it. I think that's the way it goes. You can do it. Put your ass into it. But you can do it. Go and fucking eat some spinach. I don't give a good goddamn what you gotta do, but you better do something. And quit complaining. Quit your whining. King of Wands, you have a lot of fire inside of you. You should be able to get the job done. What do you mean you can't make it up the hill? It's too goddamn heavy. Ask for help. Ask for help. Stop living in the, oh, it is too hard. No, it's not. Look at that. You got a cat you're talking to. That's more than most people have. You're talking to a cat. You got a map on the wall. Maybe people don't even have a map. You got a wand in your hand. You got a crown on your head. You got a robe on, or at least, you know, this nice thingy here. So why are you crying? You look pretty good from where I'm standing. You got more than most. No, I'm going to cry about it, and it's too hard anyway, and it's uphill, and I don't know if I can, you know what, go lift some weights with your legs. Go get stronger. I don't know, eat some spinach, go get your Wheaties, do something. Beanie Weenies, I don't care. Get something and get your act together, because look at the picnic. There's palm trees, there's a bunch of greenery. It looks like a damn Amazon forest. And then it's a party favor because there's balloons. So that means rethink this, re-strategize this. There's an idea here. There's 3 damn ideas waiting for you. Think, but think positive and think in a good way so that it can happen. And don't be worrying about what was supposedly lost, or is it all lost? It's too hard. No, you know, I would say at least half of humanity every day talks themselves out of something that's very beautiful and very worthwhile. At least once a day. We, each and every one of us, talks ourselves out of something beautiful and something very worthwhile. One would be procrastination, and the other would be this person looking at all the negatives instead of looking at all the possibilities and all the beauties. Oy vey. Look at that. If you can stomach going to the gym and, I don't know, taking a 1-a-day vitamin, eating some more fruits and vegetables, having a salad, you can do it. Look, I climbed 3 to 4 sets of stairs at one time at apartment complexes. Every time I have to go down, deliver just one thing, or even 36 freaking bottles of water that I have to do case wise, and I have to climb 4 damn sets of stairs. You're telling me you can't do this for the love of your life? For somebody that you pledged yourself, your heart to? Psh. No wonder they said you gotta have strength. No wonder they said it's gonna take courage. Nobody said that something beautiful was going to be easy. They just said it was going to be beautiful. They just said that once you got to the top of the mountain, if you want to look at it that way, that you're going to have cause for celebration. Look at the three fates are like, yes, we made it. We did it. We did this. We got it done. We're awesome. It's almost like you can see them giving each other high fives, right? Look at that. It's worth it. It's worth it. There's a change that has to occur, or there's a change that does occur. Is what I should have said. But you gotta stay strong. You know, if you were in the military, stay with the mission, man. Stay with it. Stay with it. Because look at what he's doing. He could be somebody that's a general, or that is, you know, talking to his generals and thinking things over before he talks to his generals. What does he want to do when he marches into war? Maybe he's trying to, I don't know, conquer something, right? You know, we can't be defeated before we go up the mountain. When I used to run, which I don't anymore, I had to psych myself out. I laugh because I'm laughing at myself because I can't believe that I'm saying this out loud after so many years. But you got to understand, when I went into the military, look, I'm one of those Libras that if I was a cat, I'd be a fat cat that lays around and just sunbathes and wants to be touched and cuddled and fed nice food. And you better clean my damn potty because I'm not going to go in there. That's the kind of cat I'd be, because I love cats. But that's the kind of cat I'd be, right? Well, I was always naturally thin. So when I went into the military, I weighed 120 pounds. And that was me being big after all my babies were born. And when I came out, I still weighed 120 pounds because it was all muscle now. But before I got to that, I could walk a 2-mile run faster than I could run a 2-mile run. So I'd be running and running. What's wrong with you? Keep going. I can't. What's wrong? I got pain. Well, yeah, you got a stitch in your side. You're not a natural runner. You get stitches on your side. And you feel like shit. You feel like giving up. So much pain. And you're cursing people out in your head because you don't want to run. You're not a natural runner. I never had to run. I never had to exercise. I was a natural athlete. And I was very slender all the time. But I never ran. I never learned how to run. So I'm here running. So literally, I could walk a 2-mile in freaking 20 minutes. And I ran it in like 30 minutes. Yeah, wrap your mind around that. Say it fast. So do you think I don't understand what doing hard things are? And that I couldn't stop even though it hurt like a motherfucking dagger. Was like somebody went, oh yeah? Oh, you want to stop? Let me show you what. Man, you get some pain under your ribs that you feel like, oh my God, is this worth it? Is this worth it? I'm going to ask you the same thing. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Look at that. Look at that. Didn't the fates come in and say, oh, we finally did it. This is such a squishy relationship. We love it. Yeah, it's what you can have. But you got to work for it. You got to work for it. It's not going to just be given into your hand, cross watcher. You've got to work for it. Or if it's my Libra, you've got to work for it. What's the saying? Anything worth having is worth working for. So nobody says that relationships are just going to fall into your lap. And if they do, and you don't take the initiative to be what you need to be and do what you need to do to have this beautiful relationship, of course it's going to get hard. Because now everything is in your mind. That's why the balloons are coming in. Everything is in your mind. The air element of air, we think. That's why the element of air is assigned to Libra. Because Libra can think and think and think. Libra, I think, can outthink any other sign. Because that's the negative side of Libra. They think and think and think, and then they're looking at the strategy, and then they rethink it again and feel all the sorrow of why it can't work, and then they think again. Oh, my ever-loving God. Killing me, Smalls. So once the hard work is put in, anything worth having is worth working for. Once that change is made, right? He does look ghoulish, right? The Death card in this deck looks very ghoulish. Then the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. Ta-da! Can be with her King of Wands. Ta-da! And they're a couple. Ta-da! And why? Because the King of Wands was brave and courageous. And even though he sucked webbles in the beginning and didn't want to do the work and found every single reason as to why it wasn't going to work, he did the hard work. He was courageous. And that makes him our hero for today's reading. And we love him for that, or her. Because they did the right thing, as hard as it was. They took the energy from the fates and the energy from the star, and they made it work. They made it happen. Isn't that lovely? That's the way to get the girl, and that's the way to get the guy. You gotta work for it. Just because God ordains a relationship doesn't mean we can't F it all up. And most of us do F it all up. Let's just be real. Because if we didn't, and we just fell into it and just went with it, gosh darn. That's like, if you're like me, I love soft beds. I can't stand. Right now I have a hard mattress. I'm waking up going, oh my God, why did I sleep on that? But if you're having a beautiful relationship, it's a lot like having a pillow top type of mattress that's so awesome that you just want to dive into it and just stay there. Like you wish you could take your bed to work kind of feeling. And that's the way a relationship can be, especially one that's beautiful. But yeah, you gotta work for it. You gotta work for it. This is the Ace of Coins. Okay, the Ace of Coins. So what does the Ace of Coins guarantee? Cemented. Why? Because Earth, when it's got to do with Earth, your feet are planted into the ground or on the ground correctly, and it can be a good balanced base, right? Your structure is strong. When you build something on something solid, it can't be broken and shaken. The Two of Wands. So choice is yours. The Two of Wands. Let's see what the King does. It seems like on the themes of the readings, the Queen, even if it's an evil queen like the Queen of Wands or the Queen of Pentacles, sorry guys, I'm just the reader, but the villain normally is the Queen of Wands, seems like in the last month, or the Queen of Coins, and she's the protagonist, right? And it seems like it's our male energies that are our masculines that are having a hard time deciding to do the right thing. And how do I do it? You know, it's okay to have those thoughts. It's okay to sit and contemplate like that King of Wands was mulling things over with his cat. Hey, do what you gotta do. I'm not sitting here in judgment, but there has to come a time when it comes off of the paper, right? It comes out of the ideas. Ideas is just like an inventor. It's only going to stay on your mind, in your thoughts, or on paper if you don't put it into action. You've got to put it into action. So you've got to do it. You've got to move. You gotta move forward. Everything is scary as an adult, you know. If people think that only kids get scared, that's not true. I'm scared every time I start a new job at an office where I have to learn the routine. I have to learn the procedures, the policies, the do's and the don'ts. And just because I know my job in general, because I've been doing it for years and years and years, been in the medical field for 34 years, 35. That doesn't mean that I know how that office does their procedures. So you're nervous starting anything new. It goes away, you know, after a few weeks, right? A couple weeks, some few days, depending on how nice they are. But anything changes scary. But if you just sit there and think about it and think about it and think about it and think about it, it just becomes scarier. In my opinion, it just becomes scarier because you talk yourself out of it due to your fear. You allow that fear to be as small as this when it first starts. And then because you're thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, turns into this. So stop it. And look, the Empress came to drop by. She just wants you to know you're loved and you are being given a beautiful connection. So it's up to you whether you want it or you don't. Love you very much. This is Victoria Violet. And until we meet again, my friends, my Libras, my cross watchers, and those new to my channel, you are very welcome here. Please do hit the like button. Please do subscribe. And please do try to watch to the end, because that way I can get my time in faster. Otherwise, it's going to take a long, long time. But happily, I do enjoy making these beautiful videos for you so that I can give you some kind of inkling as to what's happening in the mind of your other half, whoever it is you came here to know about. Have a good night until I see you tomorrow. Toodles.